Hey, this is BlindFox. Welcome back to my Ration review. Please support the channel. Please subscribe and please comment down and on patreon.com. So today we are going to do... I have done Ouma Rusk before, but today it is Ouma, a Buttermilk Rusk, and it is sliced. We are going to do it along with honeybush tea, which is a sort of a family of the rooibos, I think. Also indigenous to South Africa. I don't know, there's a difference. You can see it is not as red as rooibos, but it's not a traditional, most likely, tea. I will have people yelling at me. It's a herb drink. Since it's not made of the tea plant, it is also a bush. It comes relatively in the same area, occurs relatively in the same area as the rooibos. I'm not sure if it's got, I know the rooibos has got its name protected, or regionally, what's that, regionally protected, there's some other name, or tradition, anyway, it's got that protected status on its name. I don't know about honeybush, but there we go, and I've got my tea bag in it because this is not a strong type of tea. Now let's get back to our Rusk. You can see there, individual packaging. I got this from some other guest house. You get these in big boxes as well. Come back to the slice part. At one stage it was considered very much not the thing to slice your rusks. It was considered that it didn't absorb the tea as much, or your coffee, or whatever, sorry, the hot drink is. I've got a slight cold, so sorry about that. Now, these rusks used to have a specific taste, but I don't know, along the years it lost it. It had, I don't know if it was what they used in it, why it tasted this way, but it had a very distinctive, not only the Ouma rusks, but some of the other rusks you got sort of an outspan or 8-spun rusk, and they had a very specific taste, and it sort of lost it along the years, so I don't know what it is that gave it that taste, why it doesn't taste that way anymore. But you could instantly taste that this is a bought rusk and not a baked rusk. And I actually like that taste. So here you see these are packed in very flat pans, top, bottom, and it is sliced. The normal, when you actually bake it at home, it is sort of reversed. This is the top, this is the bottom of this one. If you get one that's baked at home most of the time, you've got the top of the rusk there. They baked it in higher pans, it's risen higher, and it is cut differently. Now this one, a very flat pan, and I think we've got the end of the pan there. But here we've got our rusk. So how this is made, it is baked. It's like you will bake normal bread. It is, of course, a higher sugar content, some buttermilk, a very, very more it's stiff dough, but a more dense dough or dense product, and then you dry it like you do all rusks in the oven for about a night, a few hours, 6 hours or whatever, with your door slightly open. I don't know how they do it in industrial processes, but this is more or less how you make your rusk. There's more sugar in this than bread, so, and buttermilk, of course, that it tastes better. So let's taste. There's rusk, no muesli in it. You can taste the buttermilk. And as I say, it lost that fun, something, there was a different taste in these rusks, which they don't have anymore, but you can taste the buttermilk. It's still a very thick structure, or very strong structure. It doesn't crumble as some others do. It does crumble a lot. Oh, sorry, some. You can, of course, dip it into your tea. I don't like it. It softens it up, but it also drops some crumbs in your tea or coffee, and I really hate that crumbs lurking at the bottom. And I'm not a fan of the taste of the rusk like that. So let's do our... Not a strong tea. Very similar to rooibos. Might be a bit sweeter for me. Honeybush and rooibos taste more or less the same, although it's not as tea as rooibos does taste. Rooibos still has sort of a tea taste. Honeybush for me doesn't. It's much lighter flavored than rooibos. This of course doesn't have any caffeine as far as I know, and it doesn't have that normal tea taste. It's wasteful for me to add sugar or milk in here. And that is our little review, not a very long one. As I say, you've got your rusks and you've got your little tea, which is honeybush. There's not a honey taste for me, but I might just miss it. I don't know why it's called honeybush. It could be because it's a bit not as tea-ish and as astringent as that rooibos is, a bit more astringent, although it's not as astringent as normal tea. This is even more mild than rooibos is. So this is our review. So thanks for watching our little Ouma Rusk and Honeybush review.